So before start the MuleSoft as an integration tool, first of all, where we are going to use the MuleSoft as a tool in the real-time world, what is the use of this software and what is the advantages of this one. That is I'm going to cover the initially. So MuleSoft is nothing but a integration tool. What is meant by integration exactly? Integration nothing but we have a application A and we have a application B. Example, very simple manner which we are doing very frequently, NEFT transaction. Application A nothing but ICICI Bank application. Application B is nothing but a HDFC Bank application. So when you are doing the NEFT transaction from ICICI Bank to HDFC Bank, so directly that whatever the data which are entered the ICICI Bank and you submit a request, say amount is going to be credited into the HDFC Bank account. So in between we are going to do the integration. Integration means whatever the data you are submitting, so integration tool is collecting your request before sending to the HDFC Bank, do the customization and send it to the application P. What is the necessity of customization means we don't know which technology ICICI Bank was developed and we don't know even HDFC Bank also. Both are two different technologies. To exchange the data from application A to application B, integration tool is sitting in the middle place, collecting the data from the application and send it to the other applications. If you open this document, okay, if you see the PDF, this is nothing but application. Back to that, ICICI Bank is the application which are doing the NEFT transaction and your requirement to send it to HDFC Bank. That is application B. So application A developed by Java technology and application B developed by .NET technology. They both are communicating, but normally we do not have a high the front end point of view. But whenever we are submitting the request, integration tool is sitting in the middle place, collecting the data, hand out the application B. Once application B processing your request and amount has been successfully credited, you are receiving your mobile message as well as your Gmail notification. That is also possible by the integration tools. Because we don't know your mobile technology, which technology, sorry, mobile application, which technology it was implemented. Even we don't know the Gmail also. But successfully, it is going to be deliver your message to two different application here. That is the advantage of the main integration tools. You can exchange the data by using integration tool one-to-one application and one-to-many applications. So one-to-many application means each application different technology also we can successfully deliver the message to by using integration tools. If you open that Abibus application, if I open the Abibus, we don't know which technology it was developed. And Abibus is going to be integrating n number of travel applications. Each travel application, they have their own application. We used to log into that and we can book the tickets only. But instead of log into that multiple application, you are going to use the common application and internally you are submitting request, whatever the source, destination, date of journey, submit, the request is going to the parallelly multiple applications, collecting the data and displaying to the Abibus is the application. That is nothing but a one-to-many application. One request sent to the multiple application and collecting the data and displaying the single application. That can be possible as a integration tools. So integration tools are independent of the technology. So independent of the technology means any kind of technology of the application we can integrate by using integration tools like Salesforce to ServiceNow, ServiceNow to Azure system to AWS system, SAP system, CRM system, any kind of technology. There is no restriction, there is no limitations to exchange the data from application to application. That is the main advantage of the integration. Whatever now we are doing the any like example, online transaction also. Now we have opened the Flipkart is application. Once your payment has been completed or your product has been selected and finally you are entering to the payment page, once you submit the request, internally your request is going to your bank application. Bank application approved your amount, like amount has been deducted. The request is moving to the vendor application. Vendor application processing your request. You are receiving the confirmation message. That is your Gmail. That is your mobile message. And if you have any clarification, you are going to call to the customer care. And finally, the delivery guy is coming and deliver the product. The delivery guy also maintaining one application. So we don't know. All the applications are developing the technology. Flipkart, we don't know. Your bank application, we don't know. Your delivery application, we don't know. Your customer care application, we don't know. And vendor application, we don't know. But once you place a request, internally all your requests is moving to the different technology of the application. Finally, we are receiving the one PDF invoice only. How can it possible? Means because of integration tools. So that is the reason they are calling the integration tools are independent of technology. Any kind of technology we can integrate by using the tools only. What is the without integration tools? Without, I do not have any integration tools. Can I exchange the data from one application to other application? Yes, we can exchange the data from one application to other application, but without integration tools. But there is a limitation. Example, back to that, the same NEFT transaction. Limitation means both applications are same kind of technology, same kind of format, same kind of communications. Same kind of format communications only, then we can integrate without integration. Sorry, we can exchange the data without integration tools. Example, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, both are using the Java technology. Both are using the same kind of communication, same kind of format, then they can exchange the data easily. But nowadays, different applications are available in the market. They are developing different languages. That is the drawback. If they are going to exchange or if they are going to migrate with the new technology, you cannot exchange the data. So back to that NEFT transaction, NEFT example, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, both are same kind of technology. Exchange the data, business is going on very smooth. Going forward, HDFC Bank decided there is a latest technology which is available in the market. ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank decided to migrate with the latest technology with all HDFC Bank applications. Then what to do ICICI Bank? ICICI Bank only option is if we want to communicate the HDFC Bank, either migrate with the latest technology which is supported by the whatever the HDFC Bank doing, or completely losing the business of transactions. If the losing the business of HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank customers are losing completely business. In these cases, even though they are migrating with the new technology of the HDFC Bank or any other applications, still they are going to exchange or communication will be happen without impacting to the business. Integration tool is sitting in the middle place. Nothing to worry about that. Whatever the transaction will be you are doing previously, even though they are migrating, we are going to take a responsible. First, you can send a data to me, and I'm going to deliver the data to the HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank is completed the transaction. Again, we are getting the response back to the your Gmail notification as well as your mail notification. Both are also migrating. Also, they successfully receiving the confirmation messages. That is the advantage of the integration tools. If you see here, integrate more applications using the point-to-point, one-to-one applications. Point-to-point nothing but a one-to-one application. Now you can see now A, B, C, there are a couple of application. Consider the A is one application, D, C, X, all these are the different applications. Back to our shopping cart applications. Now, if you know, right, shopping cart application, just now we had discussed in the example. High level, we can come to know 5 applications. So, sorry. But the same kind of mechanism, if we want to implement without integration tool, how can it possible? Means, first imagine A is the application, your Flipkart application. G is the application, your bank application. Once a G application sending back to the A application will take a responsible back to the F application. Means, I told you right, without integration tools, one-to-one only can possible. Means one-to-one means one application to other application. But in your cases, Flipkart application point of view, or means your online shopping cart, once payment has been completed, internally payment application, that is your bank application, sending back to the your vendor applications. Bank application sending back to the confirmation of mobile message as well as Gmail. That is A to G. G, once payment completed, back to that A as well as C only. Thus internally it is going to be exchanging the data. So these are the drawbacks only. Only one-to-one can possible. That is without integration tools. And while processing the data, if we are communicating a number of applications, example, luckily your all applications are using the same kind of technology format communications. Even though your transactions are going smooth, while doing the transaction, in between something happened, like any other applications, that is very difficult to identify which application got a route. That is a complexity to identify that. So if you have a 5 applications, all 5 applications the same kind of communication technology, orders are flowing successfully. But while one day there is something happened, orders are not flowing successfully due to any other reason, data or connectivity, very difficult to identify which application got a route. That is also one of the drawbacks to integrate more than one application by using without integration tools. One-to-one, you cannot integrate more than an application. If you are integrating more than applications, other applications are migrating, you are completely losing the business. And also, all are using the same kind of technology also, but while doing the transaction, something happened, that is very complexity to identify the issue. Even though they are migrating, we are completely losing the business. Example, all our 7 applications are doing the transaction. C is the application decided there is a new feature is available. It is going to decide to migrate. Then what to do? We cannot communicate C applications. All applications are migrating whatever C application is doing. Then only the order is going to be successfully processing. Otherwise, you cannot. So these are the drawbacks are identified in the market. So integration tools are coming into the picture. They are sitting in the middle place. Even though they are exchanging the n number of transactions, they are migrating without impacting to the other applications. Integration tool take a responsibility to process your request. Okay, so that is what they are giving the some points only. So what is the drawbacks, problems of point-to-point communications? Whatever we discussed, that is what they are giving sentence-wise. Changes in message producer endpoint to URL will affect the message consumers accessing. That is what I told you, right? A and B applications are accessing only. So they are using the endpoint URL means the service which are going to accessing address of the services. So that is technical part. If a message producer and consumers are exposed by different protocols, I told you same kind of communications only we can exchange different communication protocols. If both are using the different protocols, example, Salesforce, ServiceNow. Salesforce is a different technology, ServiceNow is a different technology. So they both are communicating, means different technology means format is different. behavior is different, because Java and .NET both are example considered Java and .NET technology. Both are using for the web applications. There is a limitations advantage and people are using either Java or .NET technology to develop the web application. So now Java is the technology application communicating, .NET is the technology application communicating, means behavior, format, communication, everything is different. The same way, if message producer and consumers are exposed by different protocols, they cannot interact without integration. If a message type of two applications are different, once you submit request in the ICC bank, internally your data is going to be converting one format. Like format, nothing but as of now we know, right? XML format, text format, Word format. In the market, there are so many formats are available. Each technology, they have their own format to carry your data to some other applications. The same way, once your data is going to be processing to the HDFC bank, and HDFC bank sending a confirmation message to your mobile. Mobile is a text message. Your Gmail is a mail format. Content is almost common, but structure of the message is different. Text message, that is also text format. You are using the notification message to your mobile message, that is normally a text message, and that is also kind of a format. Mail also we are receiving, that is also kind of format. Like this, each technology application, they have their own format. So technology is migrating, the message type also different. Same kind of technology, same kind of format, but if they are going to migrating, if message type of two applications are different, we cannot exchange the data. And single point of failure, that is what I told you, that if you are communicating multiple applications only without integration tool, if something happen at runtime, very difficult to identify or fix the issue, and complex to identify the issue as well. So these are the drawbacks only to integrate more than one application. Integration tools are sitting in the middle place to exchange the data. We come down this one. So ESB, nothing but enterprise services bus, is used to eliminate the drawbacks of P2P, nothing but point-to-point integrations. They are sitting in the middle place, okay? And if you want to communicate a number of applications here, example, A is the application considered as your Flipkart application. Sending a request, and you want to suppose to send to the bank application, that is E application, and A application first send the request to the ESB layer, that is middleware system. Middleware system collecting your request. If the technology is the .NET technology, then integration tool is identify what is the behavior of the .NET technology, what is the communication, what is the format. All these things we are going to do. This is the part. Once completed, then middleware system hand over to the E applications. And that is your HDFC Bank .NET technology. Then again, E application processing your request and sending back to the ESB layer, that is again middleware system. Again, the request is sent into your mobile message, that is C application. Your Gmail message, that is D application. Hey, this is they are expecting a text message. Do the customization, send to the text format to C application. Again, same message we are going to convert into the mail format, send it to the D applications. So while processing your request, if something happened at runtime, we can easily identify on which application got error. Directly middleware system or integration layer is the technology application, communicate the corresponding application to identify the issue. Based on the issue, we are going to fix that. That is the reason they are sitting in the middle place to communicate a number of applications. Integration tools are mainly focusing one-to-one also can possible, one-to-many also can possible. It is independent of the technology. Any kind of technology, it can be supported. There is no limitation to support this kind of technology only. Nothing like this. If we have n number of applications also, we can easily integrate we can extend the data. Nowadays, that is the reason one application can configure n number of applications because of integration tools. If we open any web pages, example, any bank applications, one ICICI Bank application can contain n number of tabs. We have personal is the one application, cards is the one application, under cards, credit card is the one application, debit card is the one application, loans, multiple tabs. Because you know, right, ICICI Bank developed that long ago, but there are so many features are available in the same web application. But the 10 years ago, ICICI Bank developed by example, imagine ICICI Bank, Java technology. The latest feature they are going to adding in the same application, maybe they are in the Java or latest technologies they are developing, adding the new features. So that time there is no Python 10 years ago, imagine, but now Python is available. But Java application, they are going to integrate the Python application because of integration tools. The request coming and internal call to the Python application, getting the result because of integration tools. This is examples. That is the reason nowadays we are integrating multiple applications very easily. If something happened also, we can easily identify. So these are the advantages of the integration tool to exchange the data from application to the application session. If you have any doubts here, you can let me know. Okay, cool. So if I want to implement integration mechanism, what are the components is required? How to implement? What are the main things is required to exchange the data only? Means one is adapters, transformation, routing, and filtering. What is meant by adapter, routing, transformation, filtering? Means adapters are nothing but a connectors. Connectors means, example, if you open that same the diagram, example .NET application, this is the Java applications, imagine. So now this is the middleware place. This is called middleware system. That is sitting in the middle place. Maybe you can go back to this one. This is middleware. Okay, and this is the Java application, and this is the .NET application. Now, once Java application send the request to that E application, directly cannot middleware system collecting the data. How middleware system collecting the data means by using connector, that is nothing but a adapter, that is nothing but a transport. Their name is different only. Connectors, adapter, transport. The name is different. Word is common only. The behavior is common, not word. Behavior is the common. The transport, normally we know, right? Transport, what kind of transport you are going to use to carry your data? Either two-wheeler or four-wheeler, or normally we are using the same kind of word, the real-time word or regularly. That is, they are calling the adapter. So, example, this is the application A, which is developed by Salesforce technology. And if you are consuming, send your intention to send the data to the service now system, but directly A to B cannot. Integration tool is required, right? But A is going to send the data to the middleware system by using the transport. The transport name called example, this is the Salesforce application. Salesforce transport is required. They're calling the word called connector. Connector, transport, adapter, both are similar only. Okay, the connector is the responsible to collect the data from the application, hand out to the middleware system. Imagine very simple manner. You are doing some DTDC one. So you are going to hand over your courier to the DTDC office. How we are going to hand over? Either by walk or using transport, you are going to deliver the item to DTDC. Once you collect your item, they are going to do some customization. Customization point of view, what is the city, state, village, based upon their requirement, they are going to figure out. Once completed, again they are using the transport to deliver the data to the person, right? Here, both side we are using the transport only. Same way, A is the application. Example, you are the person. You are going to deliver the item to the E is the application, your friend. You are using the DTDC application. DTDC of DTDC is sitting in the some street, then you are going to hand out to via transport to DTDC office. That is what here is the connector. Either collect the data from the application A and hand out to the integration layer. After collecting the integration layer, first integration layer is identified on which application do I need to send the request, what is the behavior of that application, what is the format, communication, all these things as per integration point of view, what he is going to do that DTDC office, state, village, district, etc. Based upon their requirement, they are going to do some customization and figure out, finally completed, then using the transport to deliver on. The same way, yes, this request I'm going to deliver to the E application. What is the E behavior? E is the application behavior, technology, format, communications, etc., etc. All these things integration layer will taking care. Once completed, then what is the connector, that is nothing but transport is supporting. By using the transport, we are integration layer is going to be dispatching to the item to E applications. That is called adapter. Adapter is nothing but a connector. Connector is the responsible to collect the data from the application and hand out to the ESB layer. Who develop the connector? Like example, you are using the two-wheeler or four-wheeler, someone has to develop, right? The same way, whatever the technology of the connector you are using, that is developed by middleware system only. So each technology, one connector is required. Salesforce connector is required. ServiceNow connector is required. .NET connector is required. Java connector is required. Python, etc., etc. Based upon the technology, connector is required. That will developed by ESB layer only. That is middleware system only. By using the connector, we are collecting the data. After collecting the data, hand out to the middleware. Once completed, what is the technology of the application corresponding connector? We can do it. I don't know something she is asking. Okay, sure. Okay, sure, Nipur. So by using the connector, we are finally the message is going to be delivered to the E applications. So each technology, one connector is required only. That will taken care by the middleware system. So connector also transport. Now four-wheeler someone has to develop, two-wheeler someone has to develop. So by using the item, we are going to be using, and finally we hand over to the middleware like DTDC. DTDC will deliver to that other system, other person by using the transport. Here transport taken care by developing by middleware system. Okay, the same way, that is the reason they mentioned here. This is the .NET application, and this is the partner system with the Java application. So .NET application send the data to the partner application directly via middleware system. Directly cannot use the one connector. By this connector, first collect the data. After collecting the data, hand over to the middleware system. Connector job is completed. After collecting the data, it is going to do that some customization. That is also completed. This is the middleware system. Again, using the connector which is supported by the system, deliver the data. So connector playing the major role. You have an item you want to deliver or you want to hand over. You can use the transport on the right. If you do not have a transport, you cannot dispatch the item only. So that is the reason transport is playing as a major role to exchange the data. Transport can carry any kind of data. Based upon your item, you are going to choose the transport only. The same way, this is the connector can carry any kind of data. Small text message, large messages, images, any kind of data connector can carry on. So that is the physically what we are using regularly. This is the technical words which I'm going to convey in the same example. That is called adapter. The other one is transformation. What is transformation? Nothing but to transform the data. Example, just now, before also I told you, If we are using the two different technologies, Java and .NET technologies or Salesforce CRM, technology is different means behavior, format, everything is different. Okay, so now you are exchanging the data means what Java technology is sending the data to the middleware system. Then what we are going to do the customization. Customization means, example, you have an employee information zone, you have a bank details zone. Your requirement is you are going to credit your amount to the HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank says that is a .NET technology. It was implemented. Then the integration tool guy is identify what is the behavior of the .NET technology. We can do the customization. That customization called transformation. To transform the data from application to other application, where we are going to do all this kind of transformation logic in the middleware place. In the middleware place, we are going to do the transformation, what .NET is expecting, the format, the protocol, anything, these kind of things which are going to identify and send it to that the system called .NET application. That is called transformation, to transform the data before sending. So when transformation come into the picture, first we are collecting the data from the application by using connector and successfully collecting. Before sending to the application, we can do the transformation. Once completed and decided, then by using the connector, we are going to dispatching the data. The routing, another one is routing. You are going to route the data. Routing is nothing but a very simple. We are using that. Now you open the web applications. Okay. In web application, like any ICICI Bank application, very simple manner, very frequently which are using. There are different tabs only. As a customer point of view, he doesn't know what kind of option you are going to choosing. Sometimes I'm open the cards, sometimes I open the loans. In loans contains different tabs. So that is called routing. You are going to route to the system. Currently I'm looking for the loan in the tab. That is, you are going to loan information application requesting. Again, on inside the loan, you have a home loan, personal loan, vehicle loans, etc. Loans are available. So that is nothing but a route to the system. Once you selected, internally someone has to receive your request and hand out to the other application, corresponding application, collecting the data, again displaying to the customer point. That is nothing but a routing. So we can, by using integration tool, we can route to one system or we can route to multiple systems. In these cases, you are looking for the only one application information. But if you are doing the Avibus transaction or like Avibus or Redbus only, you are route to the multiple systems information. Like seat info, you are looking for the what are the seats are available based upon time of journey. Means you are requesting source and destination date of journey and place, a route to the multiple systems and collecting the data. But if I open the ICICI Bank, you are route to one application collecting the data. That is called routing. Routing is nothing but a one-to-one also, that it depends upon your requirement, and one-to-many also can possible. Each are different applications. But that we are going to log in via one page and we will get the information. That is called routing. So all these things which are going to do inside the integration tools and deliver the message. So before delivering also, customer point of, as I told you, mail is the one format, text is the one format. Both are different formats only. We can do it the customization, finally deliver to the systems. So this is what? This is the SAP application. This is the large systems only. The SAP supported connector is required. Without connector, we cannot consume the data. If you do not have a transport, you cannot deliver the item. By the transport, you can deliver the item only. That it depends upon the item of transport you are using. The same way, technology of the connector is required. Example, you have a .NET technology. You do not have a connector of .NET. If you are in the SAP, cannot support. That is the reason integration tool is always developing the connectors which are available in the market. Then we can exchange the data other applications. So that is the reason that the integration tools are calling as an independent of the technology. Any kind of technology we can integrate by using the integration tools. Any doubts here? Okay, cool. So when to use and when not to use as an integration tool? Very high level manner. Just now we discussed, right? One-to-one communication, both are same, different, same kind of communication protocol. Just to play, then we can good to go to the integration tools without integration tools. But if you are exchanging the data within the different kind of applications only, even though that is one-to-one applications, but if you are exchanging the data with a different format, then integration tool is required to extend the data. That is what they mentioned. I'm only using the web services. Services means reusable purpose only. Both are support XML format only. Then we can easily integrate without integration tools. So we just need the file transfer. If there is a file which is available in the one location, just you copy the file and placing it other location. Here there is no customization. Example, very simple. You have a C drive, there is a folder. The same folder you are copy and put it in the other drive, D drive. Here there is no customization, just a copy pasted. But why after copy the content of the after copy the file like in the C drive, before pasting into the D drive, any customization required, then integration tool is required. Just I'm giving the high level over. That is called file transfer protocol. This is the word I'm going to convey into the what we are doing the regularly. So this is what there is no customization. Just the collecting and placing. Both are one-to-one only. No need to use of integration tools. Nowadays we don't know how many applications we are exchanging on. If you open the Flipkart, actually we are discussing only 5 applications. In Flipkart, is application contain more than 500 applications. Imagine. So images are like what is called discounts, offers, bank. There are so many bank applications are registered on it. Credit card, debit card, UPI payment, online payment, NEFT. This is what each and every link there is a one application. But we don't know all the applications how they are developed. This is the advantage of the integration tools. So what are the different integration tools are available in the market? Now coming to the MuleSoft. Why I'm going to choosing the MuleSoft as the integration tool? Because there are so many integration tools are available. They're already occupying the market. What is the best advantage to choose the product called as a MuleSoft as an integration tool? Now we are into the MuleSoft. This is completely product of Salesforce. Okay. So there are other integration tools also available. The TIBCO, Oracle product, Oracle Fusion, okay, and Delboomi, IBM, IIB. These are the different integration tools which is very popular products only. But when compared to other, TIBCO is a very popular integration tools only. So this is the company name, the product TIBCO also. Oracle is the company, the product name called Fusion. Dell is the company product called Delboomi. IBM is the product name, the product. So IBM is the company, the product name called IIB. So here, these are the integration tools are available. If you open the PDF document, there is a commercial ESB and open source ESB. Say TIBCO, Oracle, IBM product, MuleSoft, etc., JBoss and everything. What is the advantage of this one? Whatever the integration tool which we are discussing previously, those are very expensive integration tools. When compared to other integration tools, TIBCO is give the best solution. Okay, to give the complexity of the integration, TIBCO is the best solution. That is the reason 90% customers are using the TIBCO as the product. But TIBCO is a very, very expensive product normally. But previously there is no other option. So customers are buying the product called TIBCO. They are using an integrated application. What about the other integration tools? They are not giving the best to the TIBCO only. So that is the reason customers are buying the product called TIBCO. Now TIBCO is office available here also in Hyderabad, the different states also. But when coming to the product called MuleSoft, previously MuleSoft is the organization, the product also MuleSoft only. 2018 Salesforce take over the MuleSoft. Now MuleSoft is the product, the owner is the Salesforce. The main advantage why MuleSoft is very popular and compared to nowadays compared to other integration tools is MuleSoft is giving the best to that. That is also optional to the customers only. Very simple. I have to integrate small piece of work. Integrate the other application. Very simple. Previously, I do not have any option. I need to buy the product to do the integrations. But MuleSoft also they are giving there is a open source point of view, non-open source point of view. If you want to integrate very small piece of work, the tool which is available online, you can simply download, you can do as an integration. But the TIBCO is not provided. You need to buy the product, then only you can do this. But very small, I don't want to invest a lot of money to integrate. Then what to do? Customers are not choosing the product TIBCO. But MuleSoft is providing the options. Also, without buying the product, if you need any support, MuleSoft is not providing. But mine is very simple. I don't want to support. So simply I can download it, I can do it, and I can integrate the applications. So that is the option they are going to providing. And also it is a completely cloud-based application. Nowadays all integration tools are cloud-based migrating only. But previously they're still not cloud applications. And MuleSoft is API-based mechanism. That is also one of the hot in the market. And we can easily integrate the applications. It's a developer friendly, and MuleSoft is providing so many connectors only when compared to other integrations only. So complexity of the integration, MuleSoft is the best one, because if I'm coming to the market, I'm going to calculate what are my competitors, what they are giving, how I'm going to give the best. Then only I'm going to occupy the market. That is a business strategy. Whatever the other integration tool will give, MuleSoft is giving them more. So cloud is very expensive. Okay, now, but I am using the MuleSoft. I do not have money to buy the cloud. MuleSoft is giving the options only, non-cloud also. These are the options MuleSoft is providing. And connectors, MuleSoft is providing a number of connectors only. Such feature which is not available other integration tools. And services point of view. Example, you are going to develop one services, very simple manner service. What is meant by services? Very simple. There is an example very frequently we are using. Imagine PNR services. PNR means you already register, book the tickets, and you want to get the train information. You enter the PNR number, then get your train information. That is called PNR services. What you are going to enter train ID, whatever the ID you are entering, you get the information. That is common. The service developed by IRCTC. And example, I am the travel applications I introduce in the market, and I'm also providing the same service to my customers. Then I'm going to interact with the IRCTC team. Hey, this is the travel app which I launched in the market. I'm providing the same service to my customer as well. Then they are giving the permission to access the services. Because even IRCTC also you are enter the train ID. Even my applications also you are enter the train ID. Example ID or whatever it may be. So that is common for all the applications. So that is called services. Services are developed by common for everybody, not to person to person. So this is called services only. Okay. Example, the same kind of services if you are developing the like XML service, SOAP services. Example, that may take, for example, imagine very high level. I'm telling 15 minutes only. The same kind of service if you are developing as a API. APIs are nothing but a application programming interface. It may take 5 minutes only. That is very quickly we can develop the APIs only by using the quickly develop the services by using the APIs. Still TIBCO is not supporting the API based mechanism. Still there is the SOAP based services. So these are the advantages only, cost point of view and developer friendly, connectors, easily integrate, cloud and non-cloud, and the services mechanism, and it will give the complexity of integration, give the best solution. These are the factors are available. That is the reason customers are choosing the product called MuleSoft as integration tools. If we come down here only, we clearly mention the word. We can see now Mule ESB that take a complexity out of integration, enabling the developers to easily build high performance, secure, multi-protocol interactions and different systems. What about the security? When you are buying the product, if whatever the product which you are buying, these are the features are available. What about the quality and security? So security and quality are also very, very important before buying the product. Whatever the security features which is available in the latest in the market, MuleSoft is supporting. Or else whatever the security features using are supported by other integration tools, MuleSoft also supporting. Quality also, product also very important, because we are buying the product means you are going to invest the money means you are going to calculate all these factors. What is the best? Why I'm going to use this product? Why can't use the other one? We are going to give the clarification. Then only we are going to choose the product. So these are the advantages. Only customers are choosing the product called MuleSoft as a integration tools. That is what they mentioned: light and very fastly developer friendly cloud-based applications. And this is what they mentioned, that this is MuleSoft is going to integrate the different cloud platforms only, social services, devices, cloud platforms, and etc. applications. So what we are going to do in the integration point of view? Okay, not only MuleSoft, other integration tools also. This is completely tool-based applications only, tool-based editor they are calling. So there is an editor, or else they're calling as a drag and drop tool also. Not only MuleSoft, other integration tools also, TIBCO, Oracle, IBM, Dell, whatever the integration tool which are using, all are the drag and drop tool. We have a component, we used to drag the component, do the configuration, and deliver the data to the other applications. If you learn one integration tool, example, going forward, maybe technology is not a standard zone. Okay, so 20, I believe, I don't know exactly when TIBCO was introducing. Okay, to example, 10 years ago, TIBCO is a very hot in the market. Okay, now 2020, MuleSoft is coming to the market. MuleSoft is occupied the TIBCO business. Imagine 2030, some other tools are available. Maybe there is a latest, but whatever the TIBCO, whatever the MuleSoft, whatever other integration tools, all on the same kind of behaviors only. Editor is different. The drag and drop is same behavior. The naming standards also same. The word of conveying also same. That is the reason. If you are into the integration, going forward also you are into the integrations only. You don't think like I'm going to choose another technology going forward. So if you are into the integration, your career also going smoothly in the integration practice only, not choosing the other technology of the integration, other technology of the product. That is also one more advantage. Nowadays people are asking, now MuleSoft is available. What about the going forward? MuleSoft not available. Then again I'm going to switch the technology. Nothing like this. Previous I'm in TIBCO. Now currently I'm in MuleSoft. Like this only. I'm not struggling to learn that, because only editor got changed. The words, namings, and everything is common. Easily can click, at least minimum to minimum, less than a month only can easily understand the things. Because you know the concept, you know the understanding the words, how we are going to connect. Because technology is not a standard zone. Technology also keep on increasing. So that is also one more advantage if you learn in some integration tools. All the integration tools are same kind of behavior. Completely drag and drop tool, do the configurations and exchange the data from place to place. Okay, that we are calling a flows only. So normally developers writing the line of code, each line of code they're calling is the like class and methods only. But in the MuleSoft like integration tool point of view, we are using the word called flow. Each flow contains couple of components. Each component there is a behavior. We used to drag the component and do the customization. The combination of components nothing but a flow. That we are going to developing the flows in the editors only. We have each technology, they have the editor. By using that editor, we are going to developing the flows. Okay, what we are going to do this flow means, if you see here, how message nothing but request passing from different applications, carrying the data from message provider to message consumer. Means you are collecting the data from the ICICI bank, send it to the ICICI bank, we are carrying the data. While carrying the data, we are going to do the routing and filtering. That is one-to-one or one-to-many. Single flow can integrate n number of applications. That is what I told you, right? One-to-many. If it's a single flow, we can integrate n number of applications and configure as a XML format. So what is meant by flow means? What is the flow contain? We can integrate multiple applications. We can easily carry the data from application to application, and we can passing different applications also. We can easily integrate by using the flows. That is nothing but a flow. So what we are going to try that we have a components, inbuilt components are available. We used to drag the component, do the customization, and deliver the message to the end systems. So this is called component. This is now latest version component icon is different only. But example, this is the component. We can drag it and do the customization, and this arrow is collecting the data, hand out to this component. This component configuration is completed, hand out to this one. How can I know what component is supported? This kind of requirement, that is your learning the codes. This is the requirement, this is the component is supported. After supporting means how you are going to configure that component, that is the training part of the course. We are completely end-to-end drag and drop tool we used to work on to drag it component, do the customization, completed, and after the next component, what component supported, drag it. Finally, we are going to add the multiple components to fulfill the requirement. This is called one flow. Any doubts, you can let me. This is high level integrations. Okay, like what is the integration tool? Because MuleSoft integration, what is the advantage? Where we are going to use the integration? That is what my intent to give you some idea of the integrations only. So like the further classes, I'm completely concentrate on the MuleSoft only. What codes content, what are the topics which I'm going to cover, and what are the software is required. So further classes, I'm going to continue the same. If you guys have any doubts, you can let me know. I'm ready to answer. I hope it's clear, or any still more clarifications?
Shashank, I have a question.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
You said other integration tools are expensive. So you said MuleSoft is not much expensive. So may I know how they are going to charge to the vendors?
That it depends. If the cloud, they are non-cloud also. Business point of view, honestly, I'm not sure about that. How they are going to charging only. Okay, but what is the advantage point of I'm going to saying that that is how much because there are two types of product, community edition and enterprise edition. So exactly the amount point of view I'm not sure about. My apologies.
Okay, okay.